A huge new SSF2 update just dropped when this video releases, which is super hype, and McLeod Gaming added a ton of new content. So, no time for a long intro, let's jump right into the content, because there's lots of content to talk about. First off, you might have seen from the thumbnail, a brand new stage, which was not teased beforehand, which is very hype. It's a surprise drop of a new One Piece stage called the Thousand Sunny. There was no One Piece related stage, so it's very nice to have this addition. It's also filled to the brim with characters from the series, so if you like One Piece, I'm sure you recognize these characters. I've never seen it. Very long. Maybe I should though, I don't know. So yeah, it's unlocked right off the bat. It's a very cool stage, a nice size for free-for-alls, not really 1v1s. However, it does come with some new music, which you're listening to right now, and it's very hype music, 2 different tracks. But it's a very cool stage. Next is another really cool thing, and probably the largest addition in this update. McLeod Gaming added All-Star Mode to SSF2. Yeah, that's right, All-Star Mode is in SSF2. Personally, I love All-Star Mode. Back in Melee and Brawl, it was probably my favorite mode. It's definitely one of the more challenging modes, which is why I like it so much. I think it has a lot of replayability since it's a lot harder on Insane. You have no healing pretty much. And All-Star Mode in SF2, pretty much the same as in the other games, a very good recreation. It has some amazing music tracks. McLeod Gaming posted them online a couple days ago, and they're just beautiful. It's got an SF2 original, a Melee version, a Brawl version, and a Smash 4 version. And yeah, it's pretty much a perfect recreation. There's no complaints really. You fight every character in SF2 without dying. You get 3 little healing sources per run, and you collect the trophies in this hub, which looks really nice when you get them all. And maybe it could be a teaser for a trophy gallery in SSF2. I will say the only difference I can really find in terms of difficulty was that on the lower difficulties, you get better healing stuff like E-tanks and heart containers, while on the higher difficulties, you get much worse healing, like these little food things which give you only 5% per food, which is not very good. And when you beat it, you get a cool little unique congratulations picture for winning, kind of like classic mode, which is a fun addition. I might even stream some All-Star mode if people like it. I think it's a lot of fun and pretty challenging. Anyways, moving on to some new content, we have brand new costumes. This update brings new costumes for Pikachu and Bandana D. And unfortunately, no Goku, you don't have costumes, but I know your day will come. But yeah, Pikachu and Bandana D have new costumes, and they look great as you'd imagine. Pikachu's personally were much better than I was expecting. I think they're a lot better than both Jigglypuffs and Pichu's. There's just a lot more you can do with Pikachu, I guess. It's a bigger sprite, and as you can see, some of these are references to Pokemon. Even though I'm not a huge Pokemon fanatic, even I can recognize some of them, and they're really good ones. I'm sure someone in the comments can tell me all the references. I only know a few of these, but really some amazing color palettes. Moving on to Bandana D, oh my god, they're perfect. I love the blue one. It's probably one of my favorites. But really, it's just hard to choose even one favorite. If I made a Bandana D costume tier list, it would just be so hard choosing which ones are better than which. They're just all so good. Overall, they're just very, very well done. I say that a lot about costumes. I think all the new costumes are great. But specifically, Bandana Ds are amazing. I love this vampire one. It's kind of spooky, But that is not all of the new content we got. McLeod Gaming really has a huge update here. I gotta admit, they've outdone themselves for sure. I'm very impressed. But yeah, next is the addition of new items. We've got 2 brand new items, although really it's more like 1 brand new one. And it's still 2 nonetheless on the item screen. The first one being the Medusa head. This one is pretty cool. It kind of goes in a straight up and down fashion on a horizontal axis. It's really not the craziest item, but I guess it'd be kind of cool in a free-for-all, taking a bunch of people. It's a good off-stage edgeguard item. And the second item is the item bag, which sort of acts like a party ball and item capsule, which spawns a bunch of items at once. Anyways, pretty cool item. And if Sandbag throws it, it's kind of like he's throwing his son at you, because it's like a sandbag throwing a sandbag, or you get the idea. And lastly, but not really lastly, because I'm talking about balance changes after this, but lastly for the new content is Final Smashes. We have 1 in this update, which is perfectly fine. It just means Waluigi and Crystal have to wait a little longer for their spotlight. But Simon Belmont has finally gotten his Final Smash added in this update. And it's very well done, a great recreation of Grand Cross from Smash Ultimate. Love the animation, the pixel art is great here, no complaints from me, and it's about what you expect for Simon, pretty good. And yeah, next let's talk about balance changes, because there is actually a good amount of changes in this patch. The changelog isn't out as of me recording this, but I'm going to be talking about most of the big, huge changes you can notice just from playing characters almost immediately. So yeah, I will be missing some important changes here, but I want to talk about some of the big stuff that I think is worth mentioning. First off, speaking of Simon, not only does he have a new Final Smash, he also got nerfed. A lot. A lot of people complained about him online, especially on Discord and Twitter, and that's honestly understandable. Simon is very annoying to fight, but man, he got hit with a nerf hammer hard. First, let's talk about his neutral special, the axe throw. Now you can only have 1 axe out at a time. So if you've already thrown 1 axe and you do it again, no axe will spawn. You have to wait until it despawns first. Second, let's talk about his side B. You can tell almost immediately it is significantly smaller. Pichu standing still can crouch underneath it, so that's pretty crazy. And then lastly is Holy Water, which got a similar treatment. It's just smaller and harder to hit. So yeah, pretty big nerfs to Simon overall. I think he'll still be pretty strong, but like his specials just are not nearly as controlling. But Simon is not the only one who got nerfed. Rayman was also not safe from the nerf hammer. I will admit, Rayman was really strong, like actually kind of crazy, but these nerfs are hard. I'm actually shocked they went this hard with the nerfs. First off, his down air meteor. It's significantly weaker in this patch compared to last patch, where almost all the heads was spiked in the last patch. This one, it's much harder to kill with it. Also, his plum, similarly to Simon, is smaller and harder to hit. Also, his down throw is no longer a tech situation. Before you could do a down throw jab or down throw down smash with Rayman. Now his down throw just throws the opponent down and then they bounce off the stage. Also, his jab is smaller. And not just his jab, but his up smash is also smaller. And that's not it, there's also plenty of other hitbox nerfs as well. He got a lot of smaller hitboxes, I will say. That being said, he did get some buffs in a way. His up special goes higher. So yeah, Rayman mains, there you go, your up D goes higher. I guess there are situations where that's useful, but it's just like, dang. But really, it is a tough time to be a Rayman or Simon main right now, I gotta say. As for other characters, Sonic's down air meteor was removed, which kind of sucks for combos, but won't be a huge nerf. And not really a balance change, but a lot of characters have new visual effects on their moves, such as Trails, which I found on Tails to be super noticeable, as well as Luffy. And also Ryu, who got a really nice indicator if you hit a true Shoryu or not, with this blue little line. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the major changes that I noticed. There are some that I think I'd probably miss, and I think it's honestly a really good patch. My prediction video was fairly accurate, you know? When you're right, you're right. Although I wasn't right about everything. But yeah, for sure, McCloud Gaming deserves all the praise. This is an amazing update. I think I've heard good responses from both the casual and competitive community so far. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more videos like this, and thank you for watching.